I haven't been keeping you up to date because I have been very busy trying to get this finished. Time restrictions were a thing. Hey guys. Ryan's fitting a Torque power module at the moment to the vehicle, and then we're going to do the throttle controller as well. Then after that, probably going to take it for a drive because I actually haven't had time yet to even test drive it, so we might do that. Make sure that we have no weird funny things going on. So yeah, this thing's it's basically finished. We're just doing smaller accessories now that needed fitting. You know, the back's very well done. All my componentry's in. I have done testing for that as well, which is good, and we're all sweet there. The Kmar Bar is on now. Definitely not for the faint-hearted if you are fitting them. Dual dash cam setup. Yeah, set that up. So it's just like finishing things. But yeah, it's all come together, which has been really cool. That's what we're doing right now, is pretty much just finishing touches with accessories and bits and pieces like that. All the front's back together now, so it's not a blubbering mess of wires and stuff going on. Nice big panel up here, 150 watt, and the 30-second awning's pretty damn awesome. It is near on completion, so pretty happy. Got to do a bit more testing before he picks it up. Almost there, like I said. Carbon winch. I've just got to spool that out and then run it in properly. But other than that, we're homeward bound, which is pretty damn cool. It's been a big build, a really good build. I've really enjoyed putting this one together. Like I said, it makes me want to do one myself, but proof's going to be in the pudding when Jamie picks it up and basically takes it around Australia. That's what he's going to be doing with this thing, so that'll be cool. That's it for Jamie's car. It's been wheel aligned, gone over absolutely everything that we've done. Wound the winch in just then, as you saw. So now I'm just going to go and take it for a little bit of a shakedown drive. Make sure I've got no silly noises or rattles or anything like that. You know, when you're working on a car, there can always be something that you've missed or something like that. So we're just going to go do that. Then we will basically come back, stick it in the shed for delivery tomorrow. Pretty damn happy with the end result. And I dare say Jamie's going to be pretty happy as well, so cheers Jamie, hope you enjoy it, mate.
Hi YouTube, I'm Amy.
Hi YouTube, I'm Brent.
We work together. Can you see, this is Brent and this is Amy Westbrook. So we work together. What do I do?
Amy runs this whole business and I just work here.
So quite often I plan this build and then I double check
and
that
she goes, hey you, do this job.
Yeah.
And I go, yes ma'am.
So quite often if you want to do this, you will get to know me quite well.
I'm not much of a talker.
No, he's not, but he's excellent at doing this. So hence why we work well together. We first met Jamie and we spoke for a few weeks, and Jamie flew down from Cairns to meet us. Jamie and I went back and forth for quite a few weeks to get the right combination of accessories and stuff that he wanted, and then after that then we did a stage 2 as well. So that quite often happens, and that's cool. So I just wanted to ask Brent some questions. Would you change anything?
Would I change anything? I would change that he owns this and I don't. That's
so
what I change.
The answer is no. Excellent.
No. Oh, it's, you know, everyone has their own personal preferences.
One thing I would change.
What would you change?
I would make this black.
Oh, don't give me a hard time about it. That was the one thing that Jamie wanted to keep chrome. So
that I
we
couldn't
left it
convince
alone.
him otherwise. So it is his car. So that's cool.
I think Jamie's probably done everything that I'd want to do on a 200.
It's really nice when you work with someone and they have an idea and then you have an idea and you go back and forth.
Yeah.
And then you get to deliver what they want because you've worked together on it.
Yeah.
And Jamie and I have worked together on that to design the right combination of
Well, it just
everything.
fit for him as well and things
Yeah.
that he wanted. Like
Can you-
personally, I'd go 8 inches, but Jamie didn't want to go 8 inches. He just wanted the smaller ones. You know, he didn't want the big, massive light sitting on the front of the car.
What I would
That's
love
his
you,
personal
what I'd
preference.
love you to do is to open the rear of it.
Open the rear of it. Okay.
Yeah.
So here we go. Swing away. Gas struts as well. And then you've got your little home away from home in here. Fridge is going to go on there. That whole thing slides off by itself. It is connected to that drawer, so if you've got it locked, that will come out as one piece. But then if you unlock it, that will then slide separately. So you can have both, whatever you want to do, like yourself.
Let me show you. Through here, there's a 12-inch sub in there. There's an amp to run the sub, and then there's another smaller power pack. Run, Brent, run! There's another power pack behind the dash to run the speakers.
Check this out, y'all. Oh, factory position, what? How cool is that? Cool, hey? Alrighty team, delivery day is here and Jamie is probably about half an hour away, so I need to get into this and show you guys what we did on the 200. I've got the job card here. We are going to run through everything that we have done, so let's get to it because we're running out of time. Here we go. Okay, so Jamie came to us and he was looking for a vehicle to tour Australia. He wants to tow a big van, so we needed to obviously consider that as well, and the 200 was on his scope of things to purchase. We helped Jamie get himself into this vehicle right from the start. What we had to do, because he wanted to load up the vehicle a fair bit, what we needed was a GVM upgrade. We've gone with the AEV 4200 GVM in this vehicle. We are yet to be doing that in-house at BAW Automotive. That's something that's probably going to happen in the near future. We got those guys in Townsville to fit this kit to the 200 for us. We were able to help source the vehicle. It went to AEV, they did the GVM upgrade for the 200, and then it has come down to us for the rest of the fit. What that means is everything else that's gone on the car has been done in-house by ourselves. When the vehicle first got to us, we took all of the chrome trimmings off the vehicle. Jamie wanted a full blackout. What we did there was remove anything that had chrome on it, front grille, all that type of stuff. He does have one piece of chrome left right on the front of the car. The Toyota badge is still the chrome. He wanted that, so we left it. Full blackout for the GXL. There's a good suggestion for you. If you do want a full blackout on a 200, it's way easier to do it on a GXL, just because on the VXs and the Saharas, some of the little trims you can't take off without breaking things or having to replace them because they come in the chrome. It's mainly the stuff around the windows that'll get you, so there's a hot tip for your GXL if you want to do full blackouts. Starting at the front of the vehicle, we have got the ARB Summit Bar. Now, the cool thing about the Summit Bar is that it does retain all your factory features as well, so sensors, even your fog lights, that can all go back in. Winch compatible, we've done a 12,000 pound carbon winch in the vehicle. Also on the front we are running the 7-inch Type X Sports. Then on the wings of the bar you'll see that we've done the 13.4-inch full flood light bars. That way we get a little bit of side coverage to the vehicle. One other thing we did at the front was we just upgraded the high beam. In the GXL they've got the halogen globe. We threw the LEDs in there for Jamie as well. Gives it that nice clean white light for the whole vehicle rather than that being the only light that's halogen. Staying at the front of the vehicle, we have got the two antennas. The Uniden is working in tandem with the Uniden 5060 handpiece UHF. On the driver's side of the vehicle is our aerial for the Selfie unit. If you're not too sure what a Selfie Go is, it's a signal booster for your mobile. Antenna on the front, which obviously picks up the signal. Unit inside the vehicle will then boost signal inside the vehicle. It doesn't just do phone signal, it does 3G, 4G, 4GX as well, I'm pretty sure. You have to register that device because it's classed as a cell phone repeater. Other than that, they work fantastically. It won't boost nothing because there's nothing, but it will boost small signals. Definitely helps out. All right, moving up top of the vehicle. So on the roof, we have the Rhino rack set up with the backbone system. 13.4s, full floods on the sides, left and the right, switching in cab as so. On the rear, I've done the little 10 watt mini work lights. That is hooked up to reverse. When he pops into reverse, those will come on. Take it out of reverse, they go off, and I do have a override switch for that also. Staying on the roof, we have a 150 watt solar panel as well. That will be keeping our lithium setup topped up whilst the thing's in the sun. We have the 30-second awning on the passenger side of the vehicle for Jamie. That is a 270-degree awning. It is freestanding, does come with a couple of legs as well. Pretty cool thing though, I have had it out, it looks really cool, quite simple to use. Okay, moving kind of back to the front but halfway down. We've got the Summit Bar there, side rails and steps as well. We did black out the top step, they do come in silver. Wheels and tyres. We're running the Open Country Toyos on Jamie's vehicle, and he has opted with the Picor rims to suit. Because of the GVM, we need a load rated rim and tyre package to go with that vehicle. Let's kind of go under the vehicle. From front to back, we've got the Brown Davis bash plate set up under the 200. Keep going backwards a bit, we have done the Torque-It DPF back exhaust on the vehicle. So this is a twin system that runs all the way from the DPF to the rear. It joins up to a 4-inch dump out the back. Really, really nice system. It's probably one of my favorites that comes from Torque-It. Also under the car, we did a full breather setup for Jamie. So front and rear diff, you know, transfer case and gearbox, all that kind of stuff. So breathers are in. Little tip for you as well, Carbon Winch does come with its own breather as well on the motor side. If you are considering a winch of some description, they do have their own little breather system in them. All right, as we are getting towards the back of the car, still underneath. Under your vehicle, you've obviously got your spare originally, so the spare comes out. The second tank that's up above the spare comes out as well. And then the Brown Davis tank goes up in that space. Because we're running the rear bar, that gives us the opportunity to put that extra storage for fuel up under the vehicle. Super cool idea, guys, especially if you are touring a long distance. Definitely a great upgrade for the 200. Alrighty, so now we're at the back of the 200. We have done the Kmar bar with the swing away spare and the dual jerry holder. This particular setup from Kmar is the actual bumper replacement. You do actually get a metal framing around the bottom of it. You can opt without that, so you can kind of keep your bumper style if you wanted to. Because of the off-roading that Jamie will be doing, opted for the bar option. Really great bit of kit, the Kmar rear bar. There's all sorts of different options that come with those setups, so really happy with the end result though. Looks great and super functional as well. Interior, sound system wise, because this is the GXL, it is much easier to modify. There's not as many electronics that you have to get around comparing it to the VX or the Sahara. That was one of Jamie's requirements, was a really wicked stereo. We have done our Kenwood system as the head unit, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all the stuff that you want out of a head deck. And then we went and replaced all the speakers. We've gone Type R 6x9 splits in the front and then 2-ways in the rear. In the back, when we've done our custom draw setup, which we'll get to, we have done a full JL Audio 12-inch sub, which is powered by an Alpine monoblock amplifier. Definitely something that I think Jamie's going to be happy with. Staying at the front, near the dash area, the Selfie Go unit down under the passenger seat there, Uniden 5060. Tiny, tiny compact little unit because everything's in the handpiece. That's up under the dash as well. And then we have a Tow Pro also, due to the fact that he's towing the van. And then our switching, all the roof lights, spotlights, all that kind of stuff is also up front for Jamie near the steering wheel there as well. We did put the pass-through switch for the UHF, so when you want to use the handpiece, you can use the handpiece. When you don't, you just unplug it, put it in the glove box. That way it's just out of the way. Seats, we have done the Dingo Trail seat covers. I really like these seat covers. I had them in Amy's, Colorado when we used to have that. They fit great, they feel great, they smell great. Anyway, I won't go into that. Keeping in the interior, on the floor we got sand grabber mats as well. Big deep dish keeps all the sand in the mat itself. That way you can just throw the whole thing out the bloody door when you're done. All right, continuing kind of back a bit, we have done a cargo barrier to allow Jamie to stack up in the rear of the vehicle when he's putting all his gear in there. Just in behind that is then our Department of Interior drawers. That's housing the 12-inch sub. And then on the front, right behind the second row seats, I've put all our componentry along that front there. So the amplifier, our BC-DC, our battery guard, all the stuff that you kind of don't really need to see. That's all in that location. Then in the drawer, just behind that, we've got our 100 amp slimline Invicta lithium. The reason why I did the componentry on the front of the drawer system was so I could try and keep the wings as clear as I could for Jamie to put all his gear in. In the rear quarter panel, I did do the twin ARB compressor and their little tank that they offer as well. There's a massive pocket in there, which basically goes like almost the full length of that rear quarter. It's just such a space saver, so that's why I like to run it. I do upgrade the relays in the ARB compressors just to help them out being in that funny location. I love the bracketry that goes in there for that. It just works primo, it fits, and it does its job. In that corner, I have also done our relay box and our fuse box as well. Where your jack is, you pull that panel out, and that's where our relay box and our fuse panel is for all our lighting and outlets and everything that's at the back. Talking about outlets, on the drawer face where the Victron meter is to keep an eye on the battery system, we've got a dual USB and twin accessory sockets. And then on the door, on the rear of the door, I have done a meter long, I wanted to go big, core lighting strip light that has the white and the amber. And I've done a little bit of a fancy thing with the switch. When I had the trim out, we've mounted it up in behind the trim. So that's producing a whole lot of light for when you're at the back in the fridge or whatever you're doing. Safari Armax went on by ourselves also, guys. That was Jamie's choice of weapon there to go with the Armax. Going into a couple of the smaller accessories, we've just done the weather shields on the doors and the bonnet protector on the front for Jamie as well. One other thing that we do actually get done in-house, guys, is window tinting. We can offer that as well as part of our package deals. Well, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this little run through of Jamie's 200. I am super happy with this one. It has come up a treat. Makes me want to get myself in a 200. When you get in one of these things and when it's packaged like this, it just makes you want to go out, hit the road and do some touring. Jamie, I hope you are too, mate. Appreciate you coming through BAW for your build. Mate, enjoy it. Get out there and see Australia.
Just on my way to pick up Jamie from the airport. Because of coronavirus, he could not get a flight. So he had to hire a car and drive all the way from Mackay to pick up his car. I'm driving the best Uber around. I'm going to go pick him up.
Look at that. Rob the swag out. Hey, I've got the chairs here.
Well, we were going to set him up, but I was like, oh, he hasn't unwrapped them yet, so. Congratulations, mate.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I've got the fridge there too.
Yeah.
What's the fire?
New diesels now, mate. New diesels.
Where you just push the button?
You just push a button, away you go.
I'll be on already, are we?
Well, we're live. You literally go back to where it had all the red down the bottom.
Yep.
That's like off factory.
No, I've got one factory.
So you want to go, we'll go into the normal mode.
Alright.
So there you go.
Cool.
mate. Well, that's it guys for another build. We hope you really enjoyed watching it come together. We certainly enjoyed putting it together. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe.
Let us know if you got any questions in
yes,
the comments.
put in the comments below.
Happy to answer anything that we mightn't have covered.
Turn on your notifications so that you don't miss another episode. Plenty more to come from us, so stick to the YouTubes and all the other social medias and blah blah blahs and whatevers. But we will catch you next time we actually put a car together. Peace.